As YouTube creators, we've all been told 1,000 times, find your niche. Find your niche and niche down. Not too far down, but learn your target audience, lock in on them, and stick with that. But what happens if we don't? What happens when we deviate away from our channel's niche? And likewise, we've all been told that we're just one video away from success. If just one video is picked up by the algorithm, it can carry our whole channel and all of our videos with it to the top. But can one video really make all that difference? Can one video really make your dreams come true? Well, I'm here to tell you that I don't have the answers to all those questions. I'm just one channel. I'm one example that you can learn from. And if you stick around with me for a while, we'll talk about how those experiences have affected my channel and how they've affected my YouTube monetization journey. Hey folks, welcome back to Abundant Life Homestead. If we haven't met, you can call me Porter. I'm a creator here on YouTube. I publish content about whatever is happening on our little homestead. I also have a live Bible study Monday through Thursday at 8:15 Eastern Standard Time. And more recently, I've started publishing content about the YouTube monetization journey, all on the same channel. So if this is your first or your fifth time here, I want to say it is truly a blessing that of all the content laid before you today, you chose to join me here. And I can only promise that I'll do my best to meet your expectations. And if we're being honest, I know that for many of you viewers, your expectation is to see the money. So let's talk about revenue first this time. In my previous YouTube monetization video, I shared with you that once I was fully in the partner program, it took about 2 months plus a handful of days and an old super chat from the beginning of monetization before I crossed the payment threshold. At the end of February of this year, I met that threshold, and my first payment, my first check paid electronically, was for $162.59. After I started making the money, but before I made that video, I started crunching numbers, running calculations, coming up with my projections and estimates month by month for views and watch time and subscribers and revenue month by month over the next year. I won't bore you with everything I came up with, but I had the expectation that if my RPM was average at the time for my niche and my channel saw the same uptick in springtime views consistent with years past, then I could expect to make about $95 in March, not enough to meet the threshold. It would increase a little, make about $110 in April, and I'd be able to collect another payment. And then I'd have about the same in May. June and July would slump down. August would pick back up with the big tractor show, and so on. And all in all, I didn't expect to start making a consistent paycheck every month from YouTube until early 2026, about 1 year after getting monetized. And talking with other creators, that's pretty consistent with the average small creator who makes it into the partner program. It takes us about a year to start getting a paycheck every month. So that was my expectation, but let's look at reality. I did receive my second check for March and April, but these 2 months really surpassed all of my expectations. So with March and April combined, we came in at 76.9, almost 77,000 views, 5,400 hours of watch time, 1,600 new subscribers, and my second paycheck from YouTube came in at $507.69. So what happened? I'd say it's the elephant in the room, but it's more like a scalded cat. The response to this video was incredible. It took off faster than anything I'm used to anyways. This video went from members only to public on April the 14th, and in less than 3 weeks of total time, it picked up 42,300 views, 3,000 hours of that watch time, 1,300 of those 1,600 subscribers, and $302.25 of that income. In that short of a time, that 3 weeks, it quickly became one of my best performing videos. And I say one of because even though the video passed my previous best video in views very quickly, it took another 30,000 videos more before it overtook the same video in watch time. More viewers come to see the money, but more viewers stay to see the tractors. So I put many of my best videos up there in a group together. But going back to today's opening, that video about my YouTube journey was not in my channel's niche at all. In fact, it was way out of my niche. I'd never made anything like this before. And honestly, I wasn't very comfortable making it. But YouTube AI with the ideas and inspiration tabs, and Google Gemini, which I use quite often, and even vidIQ with their suggestions, it kept popping up for me to make a video about my YouTube journey, make a video about YouTube monetization. So I started putting in a lot of thought into it, but I still really hesitated. I hesitated because of what we've always been told about our niche, because of what we've been told about how important it is to stay in our niche. I had some real felt fears about what would happen if I made a video like this on the same channel where I put my tractor and my homestead videos. And I assumed one of two things would happen. Either I would post the video and it would be a complete flop. Since it was out of my niche, YouTube algorithm wouldn't show it to anybody, wouldn't push it, nobody would ever see it, and it would just die in place. Or it would become popular, it would get noticed, it would take off, and then the algorithm would change the niche or the category of my channel, and then all of my tractor and homestead videos would just die in place. And so this really kept me from doing it for a while. And I filmed it and then deleted it, and filmed it and deleted it. I did that 3 or 4 times before I finally decided, okay, I'm just going to do it. I was leaning more towards the idea that it would probably flop. I was just going to do it and let it ride. And now I'm kind of glad I did. So let's take a look at what this deviation from my normal, from my niche, did to the rest of my channel. Going back to March and April, if we just look at the money, in March I had estimated that I would earn about $95. In April I estimated about $110, so my second paycheck would be about $205. I actually came up a little short in March. I was $92 and change, and we see what happened in April with this YouTube journey video. But if we look at this second paycheck of $507, and we subtract the 302 that this video made, then that puts us right at the $205 that I had expected to make. Despite all my fears about posting out a niche, at least for the money, nothing out of the ordinary happened outside of that video. That video held its own, and it didn't seem to help or hurt the channel as far as money went. But what about views? Did it carry us in views? Well, we come down here and we look at the next most popular video, the introduction of my Kubota. Come in here, I've got it laid out. I've got 13 months laid out, and you can see this spring uptick in 2024 that I was hoping would be consistent for this year in 2025. We can see the beginning of it here. Same uptick. Yes, I started getting more views on that video after I posted the YouTube journey video, but it wasn't unexpected views. It wasn't as if that video seemed to be carrying it. Now my views in April here are lower than the views I had last year. Did it hurt it? Well, maybe not. I don't see anything unexpected when I look at this chart. If we go to the next one, unlocking the true potential of your garden tiller. So we come to this video, we see the same time frame, the same chart, same expectations, and we can see that this one took off a little more this year than it did the year before. But if we look at the time frame, it started happening long before I posted the YouTube journey video. So really nothing out of the ordinary happened here. And if we were to continue on down through the rest of these videos, we'd see the same thing. Nothing really out of the ordinary happen. So in the short term, this out of niche video didn't seem to have any noticeable negative effect on my channel. And this one video that quickly became popular didn't seem to carry the rest of my channel with it. It had its own effects of its own views and bringing in subscribers and bringing in its own income, but for the rest of the channel, it really didn't seem to change it. Nothing out of the ordinary happened in the short term. But what about the long term? Does not locking down a niche or having a really popular video have any long-term effect on your channel? Well, you'll have to make sure you're subscribed for that, because we'll go more in depth on what happens and why it happens soon. And if you've already made it this far and you're subscribed, thank you. I greatly appreciate it. And if you like what I do here, please consider further support with a channel membership. We offer 3 levels of membership with various perks and incentives to help support the channel, our homestead, and our ministries beyond YouTube. Again, I'm truly humbled and blessed that you decided to join me today. And until next time, keep on nourishing your dreams, cultivating your passions, and embracing the beauty of God's creation. I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day, and we'll see you then.